welcome inside the Bloomington Ice Gardens here in Bloomington, Minnesota. It is Minnesota girls high school hockey today in a Metro West clash between the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars and the Waconia Wildcats. I am Tyler Smeltzer alongside Ryan Kuhn here on BEC-TV. We are going to go ahead and throw it right down to the house announcer as introductions are taking place.
Cats. Starting in goal is number 33, El Bagenstos. On defense, number 4, Ainsley Yelstad. And number 8, Ella Peterson. Our wings, number 10, Becca Daney. And number 19, Madeline Nuwagi. And starting at center, it's number 6, Taylin Camrath. The head coach for the Wildcats is Jordan Gates. The assistants, Emma Barrick, Jamie Lubke, Kelsey Nowak, and Mark Grundhofer. All right, now let's meet the Jefferson Jaguars. Starting in goal, it's number 50, Sarah Rash. On defense, number 6, Kara Krenz. And number 15, Vea Flanders. The wings, number 16, Carmen Melnichuk. And number 36, Allegra Kuhn. And starting at center, it's number 10, Kayla Starr. The head coach is Mark Johnson. The assistant coaches, Edgar Madsen and Sierra Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able and direct your attention to the My Credit Union scoreboard end of the arena. It is time to honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And against red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And with that, let's get ready to play some hockey this afternoon. But before we do that, Ryan, I want to ask you, since if people haven't put that together from the introductions, you have a daughter on this ice.
I
you
do.
watch a lot of this Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars team. What can you tell us about their last 3 games?
Last game in particular on Thursday, we had a major win over Holy Angels, who has been a nemesis of Bloomington forever. A big 4-3 win where they had a 4-1 lead with 5 minutes left and held on to win. So it'll be interesting to see, Tyler, how they come out for this game after celebrating like we haven't seen in quite a while. And that, too, 3 games ago, we also had Orono, who's traditionally a very good team, or we lost in overtime. So a couple of really good games in the last 3. Let's see if it carries over.
But things are trending up here as the end of the season is kind of starting to get to the finish line here, and before we start getting into those section tournaments. But you look at the Metro West as a whole. I'll touch on Waconia here in a second, but you look at the Metro West as a whole, and it's like, man, once the tournament starts, let's just find out, because it seems really close and competitive right now. Yeah, Orono's towards the top, but like you said, Jefferson played him very hard, and something to watch out for. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started. Waconia enters the Jefferson zone, gets a shot on net, saved by Rash. Steered aside. We got Daney with a shot on Rash. Chest save. Already 2 shots on net by Waconia real quick. Let's see if the Jefferson girls can wake up here a little bit. Do you think they just got caught off guard a little bit first 15 seconds of the period?
Yeah, maybe a sleepy start on these Saturday afternoon. I'm hoping there's no hangover coming off of Thursday's game.
Absolutely. Both these teams have played a lot of hockey in the last week. That's going to be picked up again by Daney for Waconia. She's going to backhand it. Another shot on net by Rash. Oh! Luwagi just misses the net wide. That puck almost got behind Rash. I mean, it did. It went through the crease, but Waconia cannot capitalize on that, and they tip it back deep into the Jefferson zone. Knutson's going to pick that up for Jefferson. She's battling with Herman of Waconia right now. Jefferson able to clear the zone. Looks like this might be an ice. It is. So right now, Waconia controlling a lot of this game early. What are you looking for Jefferson to do to make a quick change here early on?
One, we got to pick up the pace. We got lucky that wasn't a quick goal there. The Waconia player started celebrating as soon as she shot that backhander, saw the open net. We were fortunate that went wide.
And if you have any suggestion to Madeline Luwagi of Waconia, finish that play first before you celebrate. There's a big stop by Sarah Rash, staying right on her post there. Looks like Starr's trying to get this thing going. A nice move along the boards there by Starr for Jefferson. Oh, this puck is loose out in front. Shot by Waconia. Oh, another opportunity. Waconia right now just keeps putting a couple scoring opportunities on net. That one was by Herman. Looks like that went out. It did. Delayed offsides, and it's going to be called an offsides indeed. So this faceoff will come outside the zone for Jefferson. Give him a little breathing room here. The last time I was able to call the game for the Bloomington Jefferson girls here, Ryan, I was with one of your counterparts here, and he was kind of talking about how the lines have jumbled around a lot early in the season. Have those has that slowed down a little bit as we get towards the end of the season?
They've settled in pretty steady, and when we're at our best, we're able to play all 3 lines and get sort of consistent play. If we get into a spot where one line is struggling and we start short shifting, it catches up to us at the end of the game.
Waconia gets it back to center ice here. It's going to be Flanders chasing it down, but it's going to be Knutson picking it up for Jefferson. Goes around her own net. Trying to work that out of the zone. Woodford's over there. She gets it out. Picked up by Waconia at center ice. So it's going to be Koshinska. Flanders lets it go by. It's going to go deep into the zone. Flanders giving chase, but so is Koshinska, and she's going to pick it up. No, she doesn't. Flanders picks it up, sends it back around. To be picked up by Waconia again. Shot from the slot. Didn't get all of it, but Rash steers it aside. Here's an opportunity. Here comes Harlow Johnson down. Shot blocker save into the net by Bagenstas, Waconia's starting goaltender. This face-off looks like it's going to be to the left of Bagenstas here. Let's see who we're going to get. Looks like it's going to be Camrath versus Ablin here. It looks like Ablin maybe got the win there. Ablin back to the point. Oh, intercepted by Koshinska, and she's bringing it back the other way for Waconia. She enters the zone, gets a shot from the point. That was a heavy shot, but blocker saved by Sarah Rash. Here another opportunity for Harlow Johnson. She's got Otzland with her. Can't quite get all of it. Good defense there by Ella Peterson of Waconia. And that puck's going to travel all the way back down to the Jefferson zone. This will be Kara Krenz giving chase, the senior. We'll talk to her after this period. Because Flanders now getting it out of the zone. This is going to be picked up by Yelstead for Waconia. She sends it back to center ice. Now Jefferson picks it up. That's going to be Melnichuk. Now back in Waconia's hands, a stick, I suppose, huh? They're going to enter the zone. Maybe a little backhand rash right there with it. But that was Malin Rayfeld getting a little backhand on Sarah Rash there. But Sarah Rash so far, as we've noticed, has been really staying home on that post so far.
No, she's been solid all year. I mean, and on a hot streak lately. I mentioned the Holy Angels game from Thursday. She made some huge saves down the stretch to prevent them from tying that up.
Waconia can't quite hold the zone. It's going to be Kaczynska who's going to regroup here. Oh, great pass. Here comes Rayfeld with the shot on Rash. Another save by Rash. But that one-touch pass by Pena, it might have been for Waconia, right at center ice. As Rayfield was entering the zone with some speed. Like you said right now, it's like Jefferson just needs to gather some energy here. Try to get things going the other direction.
Yeah, Waconia's taking it to us right now. I had a conversation with Jordan Gates, the Waconia coach, who we just happened to know before the game. I know he had his players ready to play. He wanted to come out and avenge the earlier loss that they had against Bloomington at home.
When I did talk to him before the game, he did mention, he's like, well, Jefferson's got one up on us right now. We're coming here hungry today. We are a very young team. He did want everybody to know that, but he's very excited about the direction this Waconia team is heading as this puck travels deep into the Jefferson zone. That's going to be Walsh going around her own net here. Oh, Walsh might take it coast to coast here. She's got Harlow Johnson with her. Walsh takes a shot. Save by Bagenstas, steered aside. Almost gives up a juicy rebound for the Jefferson Jaguars. Jefferson's going to send that deep back into Waconia zone. That's going to be picked back up by Yelstead for Waconia. Waconia trying to break out, can't quite get it done. Wheelock's going to pick up the loose puck. Wow, great play there by Becca Daney for Waconia to keep that going. And now going back the other direction now. This will be Woodford for Jefferson. Looked like she was trying to maybe get a zero angle shot, couldn't quite hold on to it. That's going to be deflected off a skate. Going back the other way, Daney, the leading scorer for Waconia now with the puck on her stick deep in the Jefferson zone. That's going to be picked up by Trineri, trying to get it out of the zone for Jefferson. Waconia keeps it in. It's going to be Lawagi now with it for Waconia. Oh, that's picked apart by Thornburg by Jefferson. Great play, way to get that out of the zone. It starts with the little things just like that, Ryan. And here comes Waconia back the other direction. Oh, what a play by Kaylee Lensing. She made a play right around Chineri of Jefferson, just couldn't quite pick the puck back up, so it just goes slowly right into Rash as he's able to freeze it. Right now, Waconia out shooting Jefferson 9-2. I'm going to be honest with you, Ryan, that looking at this game coming into it, this seems like a very even matchup.
Yeah, Waconia is just out hustling Jefferson right now. Jefferson's got to up their intensity and make smarter plays.
And Starr with that speed we've seen all year. Gets a nice shot on the blocker, but Bagenstas steers it aside. Waconia trying to regroup now. Their passing has been on point early here in the game. It's going to be picked up by Flanders at center ice. She's going to send that back deep. Melnichuk fighting for it now. Oh, great centering pass. I believe it was that to Allegra Kuhn maybe right in front of the net. Couldn't quite get all of it. Great defense there by Waconia as they come back the other direction. They lose it at center ice. Flanders dumps it back deep again for Jefferson. Jefferson's going to go off for a change here. Waconia's going to pick up the loose puck in their own zone. Oh, can't quite corral it. I believe that's Otzelin to Ablin. Oh, Ablin can't quite get it. Great play by Yelstead of Waconia. Here comes Waconia back the other way. This is Seraphin now with a great opportunity on her forehand. That's going to be blocked by Jefferson defense. Walsh took that shot right to the leg, but she's okay. Flanders going to regroup this loose puck behind Jefferson's net. She's trying to hit Harlow Johnson on the move. Great play by Waconia at center ice. Ablin's going to still pick it up, carry it in. She's going behind the Waconia net, looking for help. She's got Otzelin there. Loose puck back, floating down into the Jefferson zone there. What do we got here? Are they calling a hand pass? Do you see what they are calling here, Ryan?
I didn't see the penalty. They're calling a hook.
Oh, hook, okay.
I thought they said Ablin, but that appears to be Osland. So yeah, that must have been behind the play. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, possible hook behind the play, but either way, Jefferson in the box here for the first time tonight. Face off to the right of Sarah Rash. Waconia only has a 13.8% power play. See if they can up those numbers here as Jefferson tries to kill. Great opportunity right off the bat as Walsh clears that down for Jefferson. Koshinska now going to pick it up for Waconia as they travel back the other direction. This is Daney. You don't want the puck on her stick if you're Jefferson. Kuhn almost an opportunity. There's Starr. Doing great stick check there, but Waconia's going to hang on to it and carry it into the zone. That's going to be Kamrath. There goes Daney back to the point. Lawagi over to Kochinska, back to Lawagi. Lawagi's going to send that deep down to Herman. Back to Lawagi. Kochinska. To Daney, to Kochinska, to Lawagi. Oh, Lawagi really trying to feed it to Herman there on the back door, but it looked like Sarah Rash would have been ready for it. Here's Lawagi now again from the point, back to Kochinska. Back down to Daney, the leading points getter for Waconia. Kochinska now with it at the point, over to Lawagi again. Waconia being very patient. Gets a shot through, but Rash just sends it to the corner. No contest for her. Lawagi, Kochinska. Kochinska, oh man, what an opportunity. Lawagi from the point gets tipped by her own player, it looked like, Kamrath, right into the netting above Rash. Man, Ryan, they were being really patient with it, waiting for that perfect play.
Yeah, they passed it around. That was a solid minute before they pulled the trigger on those shots, just waiting for Jefferson to make a mistake. Jefferson stayed sound, but you could tell they were running out of gas as the time kept ticking.
100%, and here comes another face-off here, won by Waconia. Kochinska now with it at the point. She wanted to let one rip. Here comes Daney. Daney back to Kochinska. Back over to Lawagi. Lawagi feeds it low to Herman. Herman trying to stuff it home, but Rash is right there on her post. Lawagi with an opportunity. She's going to send it on Rash. Rash is going to freeze it.
A little bit of confusion there with this second unit right out of the gate there. They recently switched from sort of a diamond formation penalty kill to more of a box. And you could see Melnichuk didn't realize she was responsible for the point. You could hear the coach yelling for her to get out there. I think it clicked for her after a bit.
This is going to be Ertl versus Ablin. Technically, Jefferson gets the better of them. Puck back out to center ice. Waconia regrouping here as they try to enter the zone again. It's going to be tipped into the zone, but broken up by Jefferson and back to center ice. This is going to be Rayfeld now, carrying it in for Waconia. Oh, just off sides. It looks like Ertl was, just barely. That was close, but they're going to call it.
Lucky break there, the accidental offsides. That'll allow Jefferson to get their lineup straightened out, get the right personnel out there.
Back to 5-on-5 hockey, by the way, if that was not mentioned. Waconia still out shooting Jefferson right now, 11-3. Here's an opportunity for Jefferson back the other way. This is going to be Ablin, and she's got Johnson with her. Johnson right in front of the net! Point-blank opportunity! Bagenstas staying strong. What an opportunity for Harlow Johnson. Looks like Ablin comes out of the scrum a little frustrated there.
There's a backstory to that with Ablin. Twice earlier this season, she thought she had a goal where the puck and the goalie ended up shoved into the net and she didn't get awarded. My guess is that was a third one where the puck probably ended up over the line, but the whistle had already blown.
And it looks like the net comes loose there, so they end up calling that dead. But yeah, I can understand the frustration if it's happened multiple times this season. That faceoff is going to be won by Waconia, but Jefferson now controls it in Waconia's zone here. Waconia's going to send that back to center ice. Jefferson going to regroup. It's going to be sent back in by Wheelock. Waconia regrouping now. Peterson behind the net. Oh, what an opportunity. A Star was breaking for the net there for Jefferson. Jefferson starting to pick up the pace now. Now that they've took a penalty and gone back to full strength. What a pass by Star. Great opportunity by Kuhn. Trying to put that away, but great save by Bagenstas. It's good to see now, just for the sake of the game, Jefferson really starting to give it down there to Ellie Bagenstas, but she keeps standing strong right now.
No, that was a good shift. Jefferson needs a few more of those here to at least make Waconia work on the defensive end. They've been carrying offensive play so far.
And this face-off will be Thornburg versus Camrath. Looks like Thornburg it looks like they'll give it to Waconia. Waconia trying to exit the zone. They do. Opportunity for them. Here comes Daney for Waconia. Stays with it, shoots right off Sarah Rash's mask. You could hear it from all the way up here, but she keeps it out of the net.
I believe number 10 for Waconia is one of their better scorers too, so that's definitely a dangerous play when she pops free all alone in the crease.
And the skill to be able to stay with it as the puck's bouncing around. You would be correct. She is their leading point getter for Waconia. Kaczynska now picks it up for Waconia as she goes back around her own net, regroup. She's got Daney with her. She's got her far side. Here comes Kaczynska now, deep into the Jefferson zone. Oh, what a great move along the boards behind the net. Great defense there by Walsh, by Jefferson. Great defense in front of the net by Thornburg, preventing an easy opportunity from point-blank range for Waconia.
Number 26 for Waconia is another player to watch from the blue line. We're familiar with her from prior seasons. She is big, fast, and strong. Very comfortable carrying the puck and initiating offense from the blue line.
Yeah, she's going to be a junior here for Waconia. Here comes Jefferson back up the other way. That's going to be a delayed call. All right, we're going to have a face-off just to the left of Bagenstas. Here's a replay of the penalty here. Pirouette by Harlow Johnson. Yes, taken out by Yelstad. Yelstad going to the box for Waconia. So Jefferson's first opportunity for a power play. They're 16% on the season coming into this game. Great opportunity for Jefferson, point-blank range. Another opportunity for Jefferson. Star, great save by Bagenstas. Steered aside. It's going to go back to the point. It's going to be Krenz now with it. Krenz trying to get it to Flanders. She does. Flanders from the point gets tipped. Waconia is going to be able to clear. No. Yes, they get it just out of the zone. It's going to be Krenz entering the zone again for Jefferson. She's got Kuhn with her. She's got Star on the ice as well. Star keeps it, dumps it back deep. Nobody home. Melnichuk also on the ice for Jefferson. That one goes high and out of the zone. Great clear by Waconia. Flanders picks it up. She's trying to carry it back in. Puck goes straight up, and Waconia sends it back the other way. That'd be Kaczynska, excuse me. Here's Daney now with the puck for Waconia. Trying to make something happen 3-on-1, and she almost does. This is Ertl now picking it up for Waconia. Mind you, Waconia is on the penalty kill right now. Flanders able to pick it up for Jefferson. Let's see what they can do coming back the other direction. Oh, great play there by Daney to get it off Flanders' stick. Flanders going to get that over to Krenz. Krenz over to Star now. Star with Odsland. Let's see if she can get something going. Protects the puck on her backhand going around the net. She did have Odsland in front of the net. Odsland picks that up. Back to the point to Walsh. Going to be back to Star. Star with a heavy shot from the point. Steered aside. Here comes Daney now. Star's going to get that back over to Knutson, who's going to send that. Ablin now picks it up, sends it deep into the zone for Jefferson. She chases it down herself and picks it back up. Great play. Back to Johnson. Back to Knutson now. Back to Johnson. Oh, great play. Johnson tries to get it on net. Ablin, almost picked that up and was able to put that in herself. Odsland spins around with it now. Back to Walsh. Walsh is trying to get it on net. And she does, but Ablin couldn't quite pick that up to sneak that in. That puck's going to be cleared back to center ice. Here comes Walsh back the other way now for Jefferson. She's going to dump it deep behind the Waconia net. It's going to be picked up by Waconia. This will be Pena now trying to move it. Here comes Waconia back the other way. Possible 3-on-2, but Jefferson challenging. They do so successfully. They pick the puck back up. This is going to be Olivia Knudsen now. She's got Harlow Johnson with her. Knudsen's going to carry into the zone, deep into the Waconia zone here. Couldn't quite get it to Johnson. Here comes Daney back the other way. Good play along the boards. She's got Lawagi with her. Great play there by Wheelock to prevent a scoring opportunity by Waconia. And that puck's going to go back out to center ice, and Waconia will regroup. Here comes Waconia back with speed the other direction now. Camrath enters the zone, but she's shoved aside by Melnichuk. Puck's going to go all the way around. Going to be picked up by Starr here. Starr, great play trying to get it to Kuhn. Couldn't quite get it done. Starr's going to pick it up again. Oh, great stick play. Tries to get a shot on net just wide. Koszynska now picks it up for Waconia, trying to clear. Knudsen, no, I'm sorry, that wasn't Knudsen. That was Wheelock challenging. Here comes an opportunity for Waconia back the other way. This is Serafin. Serafin! No goal. Oh, they're going to call it a goal late. They're going to call it a goal late. It looked like it might have snuck in on Sarah Rash's 5-hole, but then it looked like, I don't know who the defender was. It was number 6, Kara Krenz. It looked like she went back and was able to stop it from going in, but the ref says no dice. That's a goal.
I think that's one of those where the goalie's momentum might be sliding backwards a little bit, and she tried to tuck it under her pad. But if her skate ends up over the line and the puck's underneath it, unfortunately, that's a goal.
So good goal here for Waconia as they go up 1-0 here late in the first period. Here comes Daney back the other way. Daney now protecting the puck, tries to stick it in between the post and the pad there, but Sarah Rash stays strong. Jefferson now sends it back the other way. Trying to clear the zone. They do so successfully. This is Harlow Johnson, but now picked up by Waconia at center ice and sent back deep into the Jefferson zone. This is going to be Flanders for Jefferson now. She's going to get it to Ablin. Ablin has Johnson and Otzland with her. Ablin, nice move along the boards to dump it in. Otzland giving chase, picked up by Ablin. Good defense by Waconia. Tries to get it to the point. Looked like Harlow Johnson ended up on the ice, but nothing doing there behind the play. Jefferson trying to clear the zone. Ablin trying to send it far side, but that's going to be kept in by Lensing of Waconia. That's steered aside by Rash to the corner. Here comes Flanders now back the other direction. Back up to Otzland. Otzland's got Johnson with her. She's going to send it deep. Almost gets it on net. Pretty heavy shot from there. Here comes Koczynska now back the other way. She's got help with her. Great move. Way to protect the puck. Trying to feed it in front of the net. She had Camrath with her for Waconia. Trying to get another late opportunity here for Waconia. Jefferson back the other way. And it looked like a leg raccoon. If she could have just somehow held on to it, don't get me wrong, the pass was behind her. But she did have Melnichuk with her for a possible 2-on-1, but that's a hard play to make.
But that's a good look by Kara Krenz there. We've talked a lot about this year about Jefferson upping their passing game. And for Kara to see Kuhn streaking there and make that pass, period, is progress from where we started the year.
Jefferson with their second power play this afternoon. They're going to get the face-off win. Here's Knudsen. Shot from the point. Oh, almost tips down and in, but it goes to the corner. Yelstead down there for Waconia. Koszynska now just going to hold on to the puck. What a smart play there by a veteran player. I believe she's only a junior, so we got more time to see her from Waconia as well, but just a veteran move. No, there's only a couple seconds left in your own zone. Try to hold it for a second and just get to the end of the period.
Wind down the clock.
Absolutely.
Well, 13 shots in period one is not a sustainable rate here. Jefferson's going to have to pick up their defensive intensity here and do a better job of sort of using Waconia's aggressiveness against them. We saw towards the latter half there a few odd man rush opportunities when we sprung it, but to do that, we're going to have to do better passing.
Are you looking for more of that in the second period from Jefferson, like the stretch passes?
I'd hope so. Or even if you see Waconia does a good job when they're breaking up ice of stretch, like going side to side, making that defense spread out. Jefferson, when they're playing at their best, does something similar, but they default sometimes to trying to just sort of ram it up the sidewall and try to pound through traffic. We're not as effective when we play that way.
For sure. And we saw it plenty of times with Waconia as they're sitting by the blue line here. Just quick one-touch pass as Waconia enters the zone with speed.
Yes.
I think that's going to be crucial, something to keep an eye on as well heading into the second period. But with that, right now to end our first period, we got Waconia up 1-0 here at the Bloomington Ice Gardens, but don't go anywhere. We got 2 periods yet to come on this Saturday afternoon. We'll see you right back. Welcome back to the Bloomington Ice Gardens for our second period here on this Saturday afternoon, this Hockey Fights Cancer Saturday afternoon. More specifically, we got a 1-0 game right now, the Waconia Wildcats over the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. We had a slow start to the first period for Jefferson there. Again, Tyler Smelter here, joined by Ryan Kuhn. But they kind of picked it up there towards the end of the period and started trying to get some scoring chances happening.
A little bit. I mean, Jefferson came out flat. I think what Waconia is just doing a better job. They're out hustling Jefferson, I'd say, and they're doing a better job of moving the puck, especially in transition. You alluded to even on their power play, they had a very patient 1 minute where they worked that puck around looking for a shot. If Jefferson's going to compete in this game, they're going to have to match both the effort that Waconia is showing, and they're going to have to up their game a little bit where they're not going to be able to skate through the Waconia defense here when they're moving like they're moving.
Yeah, absolutely. And then on the other side for Waconia, they just got to keep it going. Whatever they're doing, they got their foot on the gas right now. Now, again, towards the end of the period, they took that late penalty, so Jefferson will start with a power play here to start the second period. So they really got to try to get something going. Here's the highlights, though, for that first period. Sarah Rash was just unstoppable for the first start of the period as they just kept peppering her with shots. There's that goal there by number 29, Olivia Serafin. The puck kind of snuck through Rash's 5-hole. Kara Krenz trying to do the veteran defenseman move and trying to tuck it back underneath and hide it, but it was just too little too late, unfortunately, at that moment. So Jefferson, again, down 1-0, but with that opportunity here early on, if they can win this first draw and get it deep into the Waconia zone and set up their power play, anything can happen. We could have a tie game very quick.
Yeah, Jefferson's going to start the second period with their, I guess what I'd say there's their second power play unit. It's the second line, and then they've got Walsh and Knutson on the blue line.
There goes Jefferson winning the second period face-off to start. Puck's going to hit the ref in the legs, and he's just kind of stuck in between it here. He's trying to get out of the way. There it goes. Waconia's going to send it back deep the other direction, just behind Sarah Rash. Walsh is going to go back and pick that thing up. She's going to look to break out the other direction. She's got Knutson with her back there as well. Abelin far side. Abelin now is going to pick that puck up, and she's going to carry it in with some speed for Jefferson. She's got Otzland with her and Harlow Johnson. Back to Otzland. Otzland gets it back to Walsh at the point. Back down to Otzland. Now back to Abelin behind the net. Back to Otzland. Back to Walsh at the point. Over to Johnson. Johnson back up to Knutson. Over to Otzland. Abelin just hanging out in front of the net trying to screen. Great save. Oh! And that's a quick whistle if you ask me, but we're going to leave it alone. That puck goes straight to the corner. Abelin was doing a great job setting up in front of that net, really screening Bagenstos, and she did not really see that shot come across.
No, and that was good patience you saw by Jefferson there. They probably worked that around, made 10 passes before pulling the trigger. Goalie did a good job getting a cover on it.
And now you see that first Jefferson power play unit, if you will, on the ice. As we stop by Flanders at the point. Way to stop it. Here comes Luwagi back the other direction for Waconia. She sends it deep. Kara Kren's going to pick this up now, send it back to the corner for Flanders. Flanders going to try to carry it out of the zone, but that's going to be kept in by Ella Peterson for Waconia. Kren's now slowing things down a bit, trying to set this breakout up. Here comes Flanders. Here comes Kuhn with an opportunity, couldn't quite corral it. She's going to chase it down now, deep into the Waconia zone. Kaczynska now with it, is going to fire it all the way around. Flanders going to be able to pick it up. Flanders going to try to send it back to Kuhn. Kuhn is able to pick it up. Gets it to Krenz. Krenz now to Starr. Starr with a zero-angle shot. Great save by Bagenstos. Starr with it now again. Looked like she was trying to get it to Melnichuk, who was in front of the net. Back to Flanders. Flanders did not know that Kamrath was coming out of the box, and she's able to pickpocket her. Flanders trying to keep the zone. Unable to. Here comes Kaczynska now back the other direction. She's got help. What a pass. She scores. That's going to be Taylor Kamrath off the pass from Kate Kaczynska on a 2-on-1 opportunity. Not much Jefferson could have done there.
No, but you could see there Jefferson winded after the power play. late to get back, honestly, there. Again, a hustle play. Waconia just got down to the offensive end while the Jefferson back checkers watched and got to that, created a 2-on-1 opportunity.
Here's that replay, Ryan. Just barely saw it there, but it did sneak in behind Sierra Rash, who has been solid all day. This faceoff will be won by Waconia. Jefferson keeps the line. No, they're going to call that offsides. It was close, but I think that is the right call. So this faceoff will come back out of the zone.
Jefferson's going to have to, again, just pick up the energy level here. They're getting out-skated, out-hustled.
Just another slower start to the period for Jefferson. See if they can pick this thing up. Waconia trying to go back the other direction. Walsh makes a big, strong play there at center ice, able to pick it back up. Here comes Jefferson back the other way. That was Thornburg that couldn't quite corral it and carry it in. Here comes Lensing back the other way for Waconia now, battling Walsh. Great battle between the 22s. Scrum for the puck here in the corner, deep in the Jefferson zone. Waconia's going to come out with it. Rayfeld's right in front of the net. She was drifted away now. Kaczynska now just spins and fires. I'm sorry, that was not Kaczynska. That was Lensing for Waconia. Great save by Rash. That's fired down by Jefferson.
And that's a forward's job in the defensive end, is you got to keep an eye on those blue liners so they don't sneak in.
Here's one more look at that goal for Waconia. Way to corral that pass, too, by Kamrath. Kaczynska saw her, knew she had the 2-on-1, and got that pass just a little bit behind her, but Kamrath able to corral that and get all of it and sneak it in behind Rash.
And didn't get much on that shot, but you don't need to if you can get it turned around quickly while the goalie's still moving.
Waconia now trying to work with it deep in the Jefferson zone. Jefferson's going to pick this up as a star, trying to make something happen with her speed. Enters the zone. Oh, great move between the legs of Pena, but put a little too much sauce on her own pass and was not able to pick it back up. Jefferson now just going to fire that back, and that's going to be wheel lock for Jefferson. This is going to be picked up now by Kamrath for Waconia, trying to break out of the zone. There's Daney now. Daney with it for Waconia, gets it over to Lawagi. Lawagi stays with it, is able to dump it in, but they are going to call that an ice. She wasn't quite across the center.
Should have given her credit for the effort there.
No kidding. I thought they were, honestly, with you. It was really close. It looked like a skate was on the line, but either way, we're going to get an ice, and the puck's going to go all the way back down, and it looks like it's going to be to the right of Bagenstas. Looks like it's going to be Yurtle versus Otzland. Otzland's going to get the win. Knutson trying to keep that in the zone for Jefferson. She does for a moment. That's going to go back now. Cleared by Waconia all the way down the Jefferson zone, and that's going to be another ice on Waconia. So if anything for Jefferson right now, this is another offensive face-off opportunity. Yeah. If you can get a win and set something up, and at least start by getting a shot on net, as they're losing in that category right now, 15-9.
Ablin's probably been Jefferson's best face-off player this year.
As she gets another one.
Yeah.
Back to Flanders. Now Flanders with a shot. He's going to hit Otzland in the leg, goes to the corner. Oh, Flanders couldn't quite corral it. And here comes Serafin back the other way now for Waconia. She's got one tonight. Ablin's going to pick this up for Jefferson. Far side to Otzland. Otzland looking deep now to Harlow Johnson. Johnson's going to poke it ahead. Really giving a battle. Oh, Johnson battling Peterson. Unfortunately, Johnson just gets too much of the body compared to the puck and sends her to the corner. So Harlow Johnson, I believe, yes, 34, yep. Harlow Johnson, going to go to the box. Are they going to get her on a cross check? It's a 2-minute cross check. There it is.
You like to see the compete level there from Johnson, fighting for that puck, but just at the tail end got a little over-aggressive after the defensive player had position.
Exactly what you said. Right there at the tail end, it was very competitive, both sides the whole time. So the face-off's going to be to the left of Rash. Waconia's going to win this face-off now. Daney coming down from the point. Back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska trying to get it back to Daney. Fans on it, but Daney's able to pick that up for Waconia. She's going to go far side for Lawagi. Lawagi can't corral it. Ablin with an opportunity. She's got Otzland with her. Is this a 2-on-1? Yes, it is. Otzland takes the shot just wide.
Got to hit the net on that shot.
Lawagi's going to regroup for Waconia as she skates it back up the other direction. Gonna find Daney. Look out. Daney circles back around to Kaczynska. Something we've seen all day from these Waconia girls. Very patient, and Rash is gonna cover that. Camrath was able to get a piece of that for Waconia, but couldn't quite tip it or couldn't quite corral it to get a full shot, so Rash able to freeze.
Jefferson was able to score a shorthanded goal in that Thursday game with a big win over Holy Angels. That might have been Jefferson's best scoring opportunity of the game so far. Austin's just got to put that shot on net.
Kaczynska now with it for Waconia, down to Daney. Oh, far pass, but Daney able to corral it. Back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska with a shot. Rask hits her right in the middle. She's able to, can't quite freeze it, but great play by senior Kara Krenz to clear that all the way out of the zone. Kaczynska was looking for some help from Bagenstas, but by the time Kaczynska already got down there, she's so fast, she's picked it up herself. Here comes Daney back the other direction now for Waconia. She's going to circle back around with patience. Back to Kaczynska now. Back over to Luwagi. In between her skates, she's able to keep it in. Kaczynska at the point. Takes a shot. Rask, oh, puck's loose! And Rask just couldn't quite get back over there after she was already down. And Daney, I believe it is going to get the goal. Yes, number 10. It's going to be Becca Daney putting another one up on her already high season total for Waconia.
Rash struggling a little bit today with corralling those shots. You've seen it a couple times where the puck has sort of leaked out.
Waconia now taking the 3-0 lead. Here's that third goal right now for you with our behind the net. And you see Rash she tried to kick her leg out. If she would have maybe tried to get up and get back down, but it's easier said than done. Trust me.
There's not that many 6-foot goaltenders. So if her leg ain't getting there, it ain't getting there.
It's not going to happen 100%. And Daney just takes advantage of the opportunity for Waconia. So let's see if Waconia can keep their foot on the gas, but if Jefferson can kind of get one here, you never know. 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. Here's a puck slowly getting down to Bagenstas, and she's just going to freeze it. Another opportunity there, though, if that puck didn't have all that gas on it. So you never know. You know, rolling puck, bouncing puck, puck luck is what we like to call it.
Yeah, that was a good play by Woodford. Just she knew she wasn't going to clearly win that puck race. She just tried to poke it to open ice. Trineri couldn't catch up to it before it got to the goaltender.
Wheelock now going to keep that in the zone for Jefferson. She's trying to get it on net. Just goes wide, but Johnson was almost there to try to corral that and put a shot on net. That was a good heavy shot from Walsh from the point. She's going to pinch now. Can't quite keep it in, but Abel's going to pick that up at center ice. It's going to be fired back in by Wheelock. Great play by Otslin there by Jefferson. Otslin and Ablin able to connect. Back out to Wheelock now. There's a slower shot. Johnson almost able to pick that up and put it in herself. Johnson tries to get a backhand. Oh my gosh, almost goes right to Otslin's stick right in front of the net. Walsh now, another shot from the point. Doesn't get through, and here comes Waconia back the other way. This Jefferson line has been on the ice for a while now. And there they go for a change. Kaczynska picks it up for Waconia as she looks to go the other direction. Here comes Serafin, again, already with a goal this evening. She's going to circle back around. There's Yertle. Tries to get it off her backhand. This is going to be Yelstead who keeps it in for Waconia. Knutson now back the other direction for Jefferson. Knutson able to corral that with her hand, put it back down the ice, and send it into the Waconia zone.
Knutson was trying to get that ahead to Kuhn, and I'm not sure. That took a weird bounce.
What an opportunity there for Starr, intercepting that pass in front of the net, but she just couldn't quite corral it. That puck now behind Bagenstas. Be picked up by Peterson now. There's a shot from Ablin right on the mask of Bagenstas. Here's Knutson now, sends it back deep for Jefferson. It's going to be picked back up by Melnichuk now. Nope, Waconia took it off Melnichuk's stick. Here comes Knutson with a shot just wide of the net. It might have been tipped. Here comes Starr poking for a chance. The opportunity
good
for
shifts
Melnichuk
here by
there.
Jefferson. They've kept it down there for a solid minute. That Waconia line was dragging.
And as you say they're dragging, Waconia ices that just to get a breath real quick. As like you said, Jefferson's kind of been turning up the heat a little bit.
Jefferson up to 12 shots here, but has yet to break through. Sometimes how this works is you got to get that first goal to sort of open the floodgates, and we're struggling to solve the Waconia goaltender.
100%. Bagenstos has stood strong all game so far. Jefferson able to hold the zone. There's a scrum for it now. It's going to be Woodford picking it up for Jefferson. Thornburg also in that. Waconia's going to come away with it. Here comes Daney back the other direction. This might be a 3-on-2. Daney just shoots wide for Waconia. Here comes Jefferson back the other direction. This might be an ice, and it will be an icing against Jefferson. So this faceoff will go back down, looks like to the left of Sarah Rash.
And you could see there, even when Waconia had that 3-on-2, that was because the defenseman who came out of the zone hustled up ice, beat our forecheckers into the zone. It didn't turn out to be much when the shot went wide, but again, Jefferson's got to up their focus and intensity here.
And as we're getting close to halfway through the game here, it does feel Waconia still has just as much energy as they started the game with. As they hold the zone here, trying to make a play. Puck gets lost in the scrum. Ablin ends up with it for Jefferson. Oh, tries to stretch past to Harlow Johnson, and she would have had Otzland with her for either a 2-on-1 or 2-on-2 opportunity.
Another good look. If Jefferson keeps looking up ice and trying to advance that puck, you mentioned puck luck. Some of that, a really good deflection there by Waconia, but if that tip stays in ice or bounces the wrong way, that's either a breakaway or at minimum an odd man rush.
Right. There's Jefferson winning the faceoff there. Otzland trying to get it into the zone. Waconia trying to come back the other way. That's going to be picked up by Walsh deep in the Jefferson zone. She's going to go back around her net, trying to get it to Harlow Johnson. Great play there by Lensing, by Waconia, to able to grab that puck. Goes Ablin now. Gets it to Johnson. Yelstead couldn't quite hold on to it for Waconia. So Jefferson now able to pick it up in their own zone, just trying to clear right now. Goes Knutson back around her own net to Walsh. Walsh hits Ablin here at center ice. Ablin gonna dump it deep. And she's gonna follow it up. She's got Otzland down there with her as well. Otzland able to keep it on her skate. What a chance for Harlow Johnson, but she just couldn't quite get it on her forehand. It looked like that's what she was trying to do to get all of that opportunity.
Just needed another second there to sort of settle that puck, but credit to the Waconia D. They are playing tough in the defensive end, not giving Jefferson any breathing room.
Here comes Camrath back the other way. That's going to be intercepted by Flanders. She sends it back to center ice. Johnson, oh, looked like she wanted to go far ice to Kuhn. Kuhn's going to pick it up anyway. Here's an opportunity. There's a save by Bagenstos.
Yeah, again, Harlow spotted Kuhn on the far side, was trying to get that to her, but was gassed. You see, she was the last forward from her line to get off the ice, just did not have enough juice yet to reach that puck.
100%.
So if you watch here, Kuhn's going to try to draw this back to Starr coming across.
Exactly what you said. You saw Starr start trying to come that way if Kuhn was able to pull that one off. Here comes Kaczynska. And now Luwagi back the other way. Now Daney picks it up deep in the Jefferson zone for Waconia. Slams her stick on the ice in disgust. Couldn't quite pick that thing up. Waconia still holding the zone though. Now it's going to be picked up by Starr. She's looking to make a move. Here's a 2-on-1 opportunity for Jefferson. She's got Kuhn with her. Kuhn and Krenz. Oh, what a save by Bagenstos to come back to the post. Unbelievable. She was waiting for that point-blank one-timer that Krenz was setting up for. And now Daney back the other end. Oh, couldn't quite get there.
And good play from the Waconia defender, too, blocking the return pass. Kuhn was trying to get it to Krenz, and she laid down to sort of take away that passing lane. Waconia is just on fire right now.
Again, that defense coming up strong for Waconia. Another great opportunity for Jefferson. Here's a replay. Back the other end. Wow, that big leg save by Bagenstos. Great play. Jefferson's going to win the faceoff now. That's going to be back down to Woodford. Woodford behind the Waconia net. Needs help. She's getting it. It's going to be Thornburg now. Back to the point. Walsh just wide. This is going to be Wheelock trying to hustle over to the side. She keeps it in. Wheelock again now with it. Back down to Thornburg. Thornburg trying to get it to her forehand to get a good shot on. Trineri keeps it in. Great play by Ava Trineri.
That was a shortstop glove right there.
No kidding. Wheelock gets tripped. I'm sorry, Woodford gets tripped up behind the net. Wheelock going to pick it up now. Try to backhand it deep back down to Thornburg. Thornburg trying to get it to Walsh. She does. Walsh gets it on net. Bouncing puck again. Never know. And here goes Seraphin now for Waconia trying to reset and get this out of the zone. And she does so successfully. So Waconia now going to try to get a change, to get one changed as Jefferson tries to hurry back the other direction. Here comes an opportunity. Otsland with Harlow Johnson. Johnson goes straight to the middle of the net. Oh, feeds Johnson. Johnson just can't quite connect on it.
Jefferson able to get 5 fresh skaters out there.
Here comes Rayfeld. For Waconia goes to her backhand, trying to go 5-hole on Rash. And the 2-on-1 Jefferson defenders, they're going to get one of them. Looks like for interference, they might get Flanders.
Jefferson with a really good shift there from what's I guess considered their third line. Kept it in the offensive zone for a solid minute, and then was Jefferson able to turn it around before Waconia could get a line change. So that's normally an offensive opportunity, but there's Waconia counterattacking and drawing a penalty.
So this face-off going to come to the left of Sarah Rash. Luwagi now with it, back to Daney at the point for Waconia. Kaczynska now. Back to Luwagi. Kaczynska. Good defensive play there by Odsland, blocking it with her shin pad there. It gets sent all the way back to the other end of the ice.
Now, one thing here with Flanders in the box, she would normally be the other D pairing with Krenz on this, so they're going to have to mix up their blue line combinations on the penalty kill here.
Great play by Knudsen. She was able to step up, but couldn't get all of it. Great save by Rash right there. Just gets just enough. Kaczynska now trying to get some movement out of that Jefferson defense. They're just not giving her anything to look at right now. Back to Kaczynska. Saved by Rash. Back out of the zone. They really like trying to get Kaczynska the puck there at the point.
They were, Jefferson being very conservative with the penalty kill there, really sinking down and clogging the middle.
Here comes Daney back now the other direction. Great play by Ablin at center ice, but Daney still ends up with the puck down in the Jefferson zone. And here comes Starr back the other direction. Does she have enough speed to get herself a breakaway? Great toe drag. Oh, and she fans on it. Oh, and she still almost picks up the loose puck. But Bagenstas is not today.
Faked out everybody except the goaltender's right foot right there. Not intentionally, but it would have been awesome if it had gone in.
What an opportunity there for Starr, able to toe drag around the defender, and then just couldn't quite keep a hold of it. Here's the replay of the close breakaway there, almost. Oh, and there's the loose puck right there. She does swing.
Just got her right foot on it.
Waconia now with the puck deep in their zone, trying to break out. Gets it back to center ice and now slowly rolls into the Jefferson zone. Walsh is going to go back there and corral it. Oh, Walsh is trying to steamroll right through there, and she almost succeeded. Would have gave her a breakaway opportunity. Oh, Kuhn almost sprung for a breakaway as well. Kuhn trying to get it to Starr. She does. Here comes Kuhn. She has Flanders with her. Kuhn with an opportunity. Oh, shoots just barely. Leg save by Bagenstas. Bagenstas continues to stand strong for Waconia today as Jefferson continues to get these late opportunities. We saw it in the first period, and we're seeing it again here in the second period. Able to get these late period opportunities. Here comes Odsland now. Gets it back to the point. That's going to be Krenz. Krenz with a slapper.
There we go.
Ablin gets a rebound shoot. She scores. Harlow Johnson also in front of that net, causing chaos, but Ablin able to finally get that opportunity and get one in there. Jefferson gets on the board and finally breaks one past Bag and Stoss.
I think they're going to give Krenz an assist on that. I think that was her initial shot. And if I'm not mistaken, I think in the last game she got an assist that moved her into third place all time from defensemen for a career assist. Something to ask her between periods.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good call on that. It was Kren's original shot. And here comes Abel now trying to make something happen again late. Harlow Johnson with a check at center ice. This game energy is turned up all of a sudden with 1 goal for Jefferson's favor. We got a 3-1 game here late in the second. That's going to go deep into the Waconia zone slowly. Kaczynska now going to carry it herself. Dangerous with the puck on her stick as well. We've seen it all afternoon. We picked up by Wheelock. She can go back around to Walsh. Under a minute to play here in the second period. Otzlin trying to feed Starr. That's intercepted by Waconia. Great opportunity. Couldn't quite get a piece of it. Here comes Melnichuk now, trying to give Pena the business there on the Waconia end, but couldn't quite get it done. And here comes Jefferson now, corralling the puck in their own zone. Here comes Kuhn back the other direction. Walsh picks up the loose puck, back to Kuhn. Here comes Kuhn with another opportunity. Oh, just couldn't quite keep it on her stick. Starr, good poke check there to send it back deep into the Waconia zone. And that's going to just travel to center ice here. That's going to be fired back in deep by Wheelock. And that is going to run out this period here at the Ice Gardens. Jefferson able to finally get one on the board and change the energy a little bit. So it'll be real curious to see how these two teams come out here in the third period. What did you like seeing there from Jefferson, Ryan?
Well, I think they needed that. I mean, it's sort of Captain Obvious, down 3-0. The next goal is going to be huge. But getting that goal before the period's out where they can regroup in the locker room, you can see the Waconia players coming off on this side, breathing heavy. No doubt Jefferson as well. So that third period, maybe it's going to be a test of stamina to see who can carry over energy into the third.
Absolutely. It looks like we're going to maybe get a chance here to talk to senior Kara Krenz, defenseman for Jefferson. She's just getting set up here down on the visiting bench, it looks like. Kara, do we have you? Can you hear me, Kara?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. Sounds good. So, Kara, I do want to ask you, since you're a senior here for Bloomington Jefferson, what is playing high school hockey meant to you?
I'm sorry, it's cutting out. Did you ask what hockey means to me?
Yeah, correct. As a senior for Bloomington Jefferson.
Oh, sure. So for me, being a senior, it means just being someone that all the younger players can look to and take inspiration from. It means working hard every day and kind of showing up for my team no matter what the score is and no matter what game we're playing in. And just most importantly, it means giving it my all every game and showing how much I love the game to the younger players.
100%. There's a reason why you wear that captaincy on your shoulder.
Thank
you.
You
Just continue to prove it on and off the ice. What are your after high school plans? Are you playing hockey anywhere?
No, I won't be playing hockey. I'll be going to Virginia Tech to study industrial engineering, which I'm very excited about.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we won't let you get too excited about that yet, as you still got a hockey season to finish. My last question for you before you get back to your team. What are you looking for here as you guys head in the third period, able to get a late goal that seemed to change the energy a little bit?
I'm just looking for us to bring the competitiveness that we know we can bring. I'm looking for us to kind of win our battles, get to the puck first no matter what, and I can tell momentum is high. We're really wanting it right now, and I think we're going to really bring that into the third, and you'll see some goals.
Awesome. Well, Kara, we'll let you go here to get back to your team. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing this third period. It should be fun.
Thank you.
Absolutely. With that, let's take a break here on BEC-TV as Waconia up right now, Ryan, 3-1, but we have a third period to go, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Bloomington Ice Gardens here in Bloomington, Minnesota, where once again we do still have this Metro West clash between the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars and the Waconia Wildcats. Waconia up 3-1 right now. This is Tyler Smeltzer on BEC-TV. I'm joined by Ryan Kuhn. Ryan, you know, we saw that late goal by Jefferson, and again, we kind of mentioned it right there at the end of the second, how it felt like it kind of changed the energy in here a little bit, changed the energy of the Jefferson girls. Looked like they were playing really hard that last minute, and then we had the opportunity to hear from Kara Krenz at the end of the period, and she just says, hey, we're just hoping to bring the energy that we know we can. So what are we looking here to start the third period, as they've had two slow starts to the first two periods as well?
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a key. Is so down 2, it's the onus is going to be on them to press, right? So they're going to have to be more aggressive than even they are typically. And honestly, even from Krenz's point of view, the D-line, Jefferson plays a pretty aggressive blue line anyway, where you'll see them pinch a lot and they expect forwards to cover. You'll probably see them taking even more chances here, trying to hold the zone or force turnovers. The danger there is if Waconia can get around that pinching D, you're going to see odd man rushes, which Sarah Rash has been at top of her game all season. Maybe not as sharp today. You've seen a couple of rebounds bounce loose, and with odd man rushes, that's the danger. Is maybe you stop that first one, but if you got somebody sitting alone in front, but when you're down 2, you got to take it to them.
100%. And on the other side of things for the Waconia Wildcats, Bagenstos has stood strong all day in net for Waconia. Yeah, we got that late goal late in the second there, but she has really been playing strong. Her defense, as you've mentioned multiple times throughout the broadcast here this afternoon, has just been top tier. They're back checking. It's just been outstanding. So,
and her right foot. She made 2 huge saves with just her right foot.
100%. We're going to take a look here at the highlights for the second period before we get things going here in the third. We did have a couple goals. There's the first one there for Waconia. Kaczynska right there, 26, getting it over to Kamrath. Here's Kaczynska again. We said her name a lot, and there's Daney slamming it home. But Kaczynska, I think that's your goal for Jefferson. You got to keep the puck off Kaczynska's stick at the top of the line.
Yes.
You know, she has a lot of control when she has that puck. You got to somehow press that issue if you're Jefferson, and Waconia gets too comfortable deep in the Jefferson zone. There's the
there's right foot number 1.
There's the goal by Abel, and able to slam it home finally for Jefferson after a number of opportunities throughout the game. And Bagenstos almost had that as well.
Right foot almost
there.
again.
Again. So
shoot on the left side.
She just played strong all game, but right back in the action here. 16:35 to go in the third. We have just started. Again, Waconia up 3-1. This face-off coming to the right of Bagenstos. Puck's going to go to the point of Flanders. She's going to let one rip, and that's going to get deflected. Kuhn battling. Great battle there in front of the net between Kuhn and Pena. Waconia back up the other way. Here comes Kaczynska. Again, exactly who we said. You got to keep the puck off her stick. You got to keep the puck off Daney's stick. A lot of options for Waconia. Flanders able to get a hold of that for Jefferson as she tries to get that out of the zone. She does. Kaczynska now able to get that over to Lensing. Lensing gets that in the zone for Waconia. Here's a 2-on-1 quick opportunity. She scores! What a shot by Yelstead. Ainsley Yelstead, I believe it is. I'm going to have to see the number in the scrum there. Able to beat Sarah Rash. Glove side, I believe.
Yep, glove side upper corner. And
it is
you
not
saw
Yelstead.
There was a neutral zone or a blue line turnover there in a mini 2-on-1. And you see...
Here's the replay. It was Cora Herman. Oh, yeah, right up over the glove of Rash, who looked like she was playing a little out of the
post
net
there, left a gap.
So Waconia gets the quick goal early here in the third, 4-1, trying to set the precedent that just because you got that late goal in the second period by Jefferson, we're not going to let you back in this game too easy here.
No, they're continuing to press. Even here you see the aggressive forecheck making the defense work.
Jefferson now gets that back to center ice. Odslin giving chase. Harlow Johnson giving chase. Odslin, nice stick check. Not able to pick it up. But Ablin picks it up. Oh, tries to get to Otzland. She wasn't quite ready for it. Harlow Johnson with it behind the net. Tries to get over to Otzland. Here comes Yelsted now. Back to Knutson. Over to Walsh. Walsh has that heavy shot from the point, and there it is right there. Just gets deflected wide. Here's Knutson now. Ablin. Otzland. Back to Knutson. Knutson sends it back deep behind the net. Ablin has Walsh at the point. She's going to let Walsh pinch down and pick it up. Walsh now going behind the net. Oh, tries to feed Johnson in front of the net. Johnson with an opportunity. Walsh with an opportunity. And Bagenstos stands strong again. Great opportunity with a loose puck in front of the net. Johnson had a go of it. Walsh had a go of it. Woodford was in there for Jefferson, but neither of them could get that home.
You know, Jefferson's closed the shot gap here. It's now 20-23, but the quality of shots is a little different. Jefferson doing a good job getting the puck to the front of the net for rebounds and sort of whacks at it.
You just saw a quick glance of the replay there. Trying to get that thing in there, just couldn't quite do it. Puck goes deep into the Jefferson zone behind the net. This is going to be picked up by Luwagi now. Luwagi centers it for Daney. Daney, good leg save by Rash. Krasinska dumps that deep back into the zone, picked up by Kara Krenz. Good move by Krenz to go back around. She gets over to Wheelock now. Wheelock gets it out of the zone. So you go deep into the Waconia zone now. Be picked up by Pena. Pena, oh, turnover. Woodford with it. Couldn't quite turn around and get that thing on net. Woodford again picks it up behind the net. Now Starr with it. Starr trying to make something happen. Picked back up by Waconia. Sent back to the other corner. Luwagi now trying to get that out. Looks like she stepped on a skate blade. Great shot by Kuhn. Great stick save there by Bagenstos. Kuhn had a lot of power behind that shot, but Bagenstos was sitting there ready for it like she's been all game. Here comes Flanders now back the other way. Kuhn, here's another opportunity for Kuhn. Oh, she goes for that upper corner. Great blocker save there by Bagenstos.
Jefferson getting chances here, but
can't quite get one home. Kuhn's getting it on net, though. Ouch. That's going to be gloved.
Took off the tip of a finger there.
Yeah, it's going to be gloved by number 8, Ella Peterson from Waconia. Shakes her hand after the plays, checking it out now.
That's taking one for your goalie right there. Yeah, slowing that down.
No kidding. So this face-off will come to the left of Bagenstos here. Should be one, I think, by Waconia. Walsh with a shot, though, from the top of the circle. Wheelock's going to pick it up. Slapper just left of Bagenstos. Walsh tries to pinch. It's going to be sent back into the zone now by Wheelock. Ablin giving chase. Waconia just trying to get it out of their zone right now. Jefferson with a little pressure here the last couple minutes. And here comes that tape-to-tape passing of Waconia that we've seen all night. And Herman's going to dump that and then get dumped herself. Jefferson now trying to dump that all the way down. Krasinska now, great play along the board. She's going to carry it in. Heavy shot. Great save by Rash. Berger now trying to get it up to the point for Waconia. We got a scrum for it. Right in front of the Jefferson bench. Ablin's going to come away with it. Almost got hooked, but she stays with it. Ablin still trying to stay with it. Starts playing the body a little bit. This game is getting more physical as the minutes count down here to the end of the third. Again, Metro West clash right now. Waconia only behind Jefferson by 2 points. So if they get this win, they would move above Jefferson. Here comes Waconia now back behind the Jefferson net. That's Daney. She's very dangerous with the puck on her stick. As you see right there, great stick work. Great play by Flanders to break that pass up. That pass was intended for Peterson, who was just sitting there ready for it for Waconia. Go all the way back down to the Waconia end of the ice. It's going to be Yelsted. It's regrouping. Luwagi now for Waconia, crosses center ice. Great play by Walsh. Knutson sends it back the other direction. Great play by Waconia to keep it in the zone. Waconia going to regroup. Kaczynska now. Oh, tries to sauce it to Herman, but a little too high. Walsh going to collect it, now go around her own net. Herman getting her stick up in there, but no call. Here comes Starr back the other direction with speed. She's going to try to just get it on net. Great defense there by Waconia to send it wide. Here comes Kuhn now in the corner trying to make something happen. She does. She gets a hold of it, trying to get it to the point. Is that Woodford? No, it's Wheelock, excuse me, that jumps down into the play. Kuhn sticking with it here. Great opportunity here for Jefferson. Melnichuk now. Melnichuk, oh, centers, but nobody home. Wheelock with it at the point, sends it back down to Melnichuk. Melnichuk looking for somebody. Oh, looks for Kuhn right in front of the net, but Kuhn got stick lifted right at that last second. Knutson sends it back down into the zone for Jefferson.
Good sustained pressure here by Jefferson. If they can manufacture a switch, get a line change here while maintaining possession. The Waconia D has been out there for a solid minute plus.
They're just trying to move the puck as it's kind of froze along the boards. Jefferson comes away with it, sends it deep behind the net, but nobody back there waiting for it. So Waconia will end up picking this up. Oh, loose puck though. Otzland's going to end up grabbing it. Tapped out of the zone there by Waconia. Goes deep back behind the Waconia net. Kaczynska now picks it back up, and she's going to send that down. And that might just go wide of Rash. It does. So we will get an ice on Waconia and an opportunity for Jefferson back the other direction for an offensive faceoff.
I think you mentioned early in the game how important the offensive zone draws and winning those back to create shot opportunities was going to be. I don't know that Jefferson's done a great job of winning their share of these offensive zone draws. Hopefully we can change that here.
Not this time. Waconia gets that win on that one, and here comes Seraphin back the other direction. She's just going to tap it up the boards. Be picked up by Krenz now. Krenz over to Flanders. Flanders to Thornburg. Thornburg just trying to get in the zone. Gets dumped there by Ertl. Flanders carries it in. Nice stick work there by Flanders. She's going to circle the back of the net. Looking for somebody in front. Gets it poked off her stick. And now Seraphin's going to pick this up and go back the other direction for Waconia. Seraphin has Brockmeyer with her as well. That's going to be broken up by Krenz. Krenz going to circle back around, go back behind her net to Flanders. Flanders just trying to get it out of the zone. She does. Now Kaczynska now going to pick it up. Now she's going to enter the zone with some speed. She's got a heavy shot. She's going to get a point-blank opportunity. Big leg save by Rash. Kaczynska now finds Daney on the other side. Daney gets it back to the point to Pena. Pena is intercepted by Starr. Starr tries to feed Melnichuk. Melnichuk still chasing it down here. Oh, ooh. And Bagenstos is going to have to freeze that. Yeah, possible opportunity as that slow puck just couldn't quite get all the way there. 7:59 remaining in the third period. We have a 4-1 game. Waconia on the upper hand currently. As you mentioned, Ryan, the shots now 26-25, very close. But again, like you said, it seems like Waconia's had those better scoring opportunities, if you will.
And it seems like they're winning every face-off. Again, an offensive zone draw that Waconia won back and easily cleared the zone.
Oh, great play by Waconia there. Oh, trying to feed Daney right in front of the net. Great defensive stick by Walsh to break up that opportunity. Great play by Kamrath for Waconia there to try to feed Daney right in front of the net. Walsh going to pick up the loose puck mid-ice. Feeds Starr. Starr's going to enter the zone of speed. She's got Kuhn. She takes a slapper from the point. And good save there by Bagenstos. Again, trying to create that offensive zone opportunity, but it's only going to work if you win the faceoff.
Yeah, we've had our share of offensive zone draws, and about halfway through the third here.
And here comes Ablin here to take this draw. Here's the replay of that last slapper from Starr. Ablin does get it. Oh, man. Ablin gets the win and almost gets the puck herself for a shot on net. But great play by Kaczynska. Kaczynska's going to carry it into the zone. Another heavy shot. That's going to be blocked by Wheelock. Ablin now trying to make something happen with Harlow Johnson. Can't quite get up there. Here comes Otslin with an opportunity. Big leg save by Bagenstas. Again, that right leg of Bagenstas. Puck gets lost on the loose stick on the ice there. Kren's going to go change side here to Johnson. Waconia's going to regroup behind her own net here. Here comes Peterson back the other way. Peterson's got Lensing with her. Peterson trying to make it happen herself. Great play there by Krenz. And then kicks it back up to her stick. Great play there. There's Otslin battling for it there along Herman. Oh, here comes a chance for Waconia now. Oh, great play by Kuhn on the back check. Again, Flanders, blocked shot by Flanders. Flanders getting up to Johnson. Johnson's just going to tip that down and send it all the way down as that just rolls into the Waconia zone.
We'll take the clear out of the defensive zone there, but would have been nice to make a pass there.
This face-off will be
Jefferson
to the right.
rapidly running out of time here to get back in this game. To have a realistic shot, they got to get a goal here in the next few minutes. Then at least you enter into an opportunity where pulling the goalie with a 2-goal deficit is a viable strategy.
Jefferson's going to control the puck behind their zone now. Flanders picks it up, tries to send it around. Kuhn, couldn't quite hold on to it. Flanders going to send that up. Here comes Starr with speed. She's got Melnichuk with her. Starr's going to take a shot. Oh, what an opportunity. It drops right at Melnichuk's feet, right in the paint, and Melnichuk couldn't quite hold on to it to get it in. One of the better scoring opportunities, I'd say, on Bagenstas all day, and she still made that first save, no problem. But it went straight up in the air, and Jefferson cannot capitalize on that opportunity. Rash decides not to freeze it. Good plan. There's a fan by Knudsen, but she's able to pick it back up and still get it out of the zone. Here's Thornburg now, giving chase. Got it delayed offsides. It's waved off. There's Waconia now with an opportunity. This is Reffield. Steered aside by the paddle of Rash. Here comes Thornburg. She's starting to make a move here. Try to get it to Woodford, but just out of Woodford's reach. Waconia's going to regroup, send that back to center ice. Here comes Waconia back the other way. It's Herman and Rayfield. There's an opportunity. Unbelievable for Lensing. She just sends it just over the crossbar. Waconia keeps it in the zone. Nope, out, and then delayed offsides. Yes, Walsh going to pick that up, carry it in for Jefferson now. Walsh trying to get a shot, and that's when he flipped. Hits the top of the glass, stays in. Thought for sure that was leaving the, wouldn't say field of play, ice of play maybe, I don't know,
Field of play works.
Field of play
I'll give you that one.
All right, fair enough. Here comes Walsh. Bouncing puck. It hits the ice right before Bagenstas. It got to Bagenstas, but she's able to take care of that bouncing puck.
Our regular broadcast partner, Johnny Rash, Sarah Rash's father, often talks about those are some of the toughest shots for goaltenders to handle, where they short hop right in front.
Unbelievable. There's a chance for Harlow Johnson. Couldn't quite get all of it. And you hit that right on the head there. As bouncing puck hits a different edge of the puck, it just completely go a different direction. Jefferson now sends that back below the Waconia's zone here. Here's Odslin. Nope, it's going to be Kaczynska now, picking it up for Waconia. She gets it up to Yurtle. Able to keep the zone, and it now is left, so they got to regroup, and that's the offsides on Jefferson. Johnson didn't see that it got all the way out, I don't think, and saw it at the last second, tried to get there. Couldn't quite get out of the zone.
We're probably entering territory here where we're going to be looking at, I think, Mark Johnson signaling to Sarah Rash right now to watch him to come to the bench.
Krenz is going to send that into the zone. Waconia able to get that back out. Flanders now sends it into the zone. Held along the boards. Great work by our cameraman there along the boards. Here comes Krenz. He just goes and dumps that deep into the zone. Here comes Sarah Rash going off for the extra skater now for Jefferson. Jefferson now with the extra girl on the ice. Lose the puck, but they regain. Here comes Ablin now. She's got Kuhn going towards the net. Ablin, there's the rebound that Kuhn was looking for. Couldn't quite get it. Ablin tries to spin her around the net. Flanders now trying to get it on net. Great play by Waconia there just to clear it. That's going to be Peterson, and that's going to be an ice by Waconia.
I'm betting you're going to see a timeout here to give Jefferson a chance to rest some of their top forwards here, and also just to strategize on how they want to play this with 2:40 left, down 3.
There you go. Good call there, Ryan, as Jefferson takes their timeout now. Oh, wait.
They're taking their timeout.
Yeah,
the players just don't realize it.
On either side. So, with that, we got 2:40 remaining here in the third period. You're down 3 goals. You're out shooting them now at this point. What are you trying to draw up there?
I mean, I think it's interesting to see. Like, there's always during the season a lot of pulled goalie games, right, from either side. The hardest thing to do is to ask your players to change their mindset, especially your blue liners, right? So when you have no goalie, everyone's got to press. I mean, if you give up a breakaway, it's whatever, but it does you no good to sort of skate backwards and concede territory and let them shoot it in from the blue line. So telling all 6 players, you're telling them 2 people on the puck at all times, and your blue liners can basically, it's all offense. If they poke one free and they bust free for an empty netter, it happens. But you're down 3, so losing 4-1, 5. The whole point of having the 6 out there is everybody's crashing the net. You're going to see somebody in front just taking up space. Should see 2 people on the puck, and your blue liners should be playing really low.
And this is going to be one of those offensive zone draws that if you're Jefferson, you have to have it. I mean, if you might as well send Ablin out there in the center dot because she's the one that's been winning all.
Your best face-off person. Now you'll typically see here, even a normal 5-on-5 scenario, when it's on the left side here, they'll put Kuhn, who's a right-handed shot, on the far board, and the center will try to draw that back, and Kuhn will skate to the middle, where it's inversed, where Kuhn takes the draw, and Starr comes with the left-handed shot from the other side.
Oh, Starr almost able to get a piece of. Oh, great kick. Walsh with a shot. Chaos in front of the net right now. Starr trying to get an opportunity. Ablin trying to slam it home. Ref not blowing the whistle. Puck is still loose. Bagenstas trying to freeze it for 5 minutes, it feels like. And she finally is able to finally freeze the play. But the ref was staring at it. He must have still saw the puck loose and let him play.
And you saw all 5 black jerseys within 3 feet of the goalie there, and everyone just kicking and poking at it, trying to get it past the goaltender.
There's Kuhn trying to get that right-handed shot in there. Walsh keeps it in. Here's that replay of that scrum right in front of the net. So much action. Jefferson trying to control the puck now on the boards in the live play.
And at this point, Waconia content to keep it along the wall, and if they gets it a scrum.
There's Starr.
There we go.
Starr from the slot. And I don't know if Ablin got a piece of it or not, but she was right in front of Bagenstas.
She's reacting like she did, and she's going through the line first, so I'm assuming that was a tip.
What a tip by Ablin. Unbelievable. And they're going to send Rash back to the net as we get obviously the center dot face-off after the goal, but unbelievable opportunity now for Jefferson. Way to get that heavy shot by Starr. And again, just like you said, Ablin was sitting there in front of the net. Waconia fans upset that.
Coach Johnson stretching the time limit to get to the face-off circle there.
For sure. Flanders going to pick this up for Jefferson. Waconia sends that deep. Oh, man. And it looked like Camrath stepped on Flanders' stick, but Flanders is going to go away for a trip.
And I think Flanders saw that coming. You saw her sort of hold her hands up.
Here's the replay. This is of the goal here. There's the heavy shot from Starr. Good goal there by Jefferson, but now they are going to the box. and not only going to have to kill the penalty, but they're going to have to play offense too at the same time at this point in the game.
If they can get it down in the offensive zone, you'll probably still see them pull the goalie just to go 5-on-5.
Waconia holding on to the puck now, controlling it in the Jefferson zone. Kaczynska now going to carry it deep into the zone.
And Waconia will be content just to like move the puck around, not even looking for a shot right now.
Kaczynska
just killing the last 2 minutes.
The puck on her stick. Oh. And Peterson can't quite hold the zone for Waconia. Rash is going to stop that one, picked up by Knutson. Knutson trying to come back around and fire. Peterson keeps it in the zone that time. Starr trying to get something going here for Jefferson.
The penalty killer's just gassed at this point. Even if they get the puck, they got no energy to get up ice.
Knutson drops it back now for Starr. Starr just trying to shove it up ice, has no stick. Goes back to grab her stick now. Peterson now to Kaczynska, who is just perfectly okay holding on to the puck. She does it very well. Back down to Brockmeyer, back to Kaczynska. Got a challenger if you're Jefferson. You can't let her just sit there with the puck. There goes Starr, trying to go get the puck now for Jefferson. And as you said it, those penalty killers are just gassed at this point with 12 seconds remaining in the game. Starr's going to pick this thing up, try to get something happening. Kaczynska now steps up. And that's going to be an offsides. That's Raven Brink, the senior that got brought up from JV today for Waconia, carries it in offsides.
So with 5 seconds left, game effectively over. Jefferson made it interesting there with the first pulled goalie goal, but yeah, that penalty effectively sapped any chance they had of coming back.
Absolutely. The time winds down. Last shot on net by Kaczynska, and Waconia is going to get game 2 of this series after Jefferson got game 1 earlier this season, and Waconia celebrates, winning this game 4-2 despite being outshot. But again, we talked about being outshot, yes, but those
quality of shot.
The opportunities, the scoring opportunities that Waconia had seemed better this game.
Well, and you had rightly pointed out, Kaczynska from the blue line really dominated this game for Waconia. It felt like she had the puck on her stick 50% of the time and was driving offense, carrying it out of the defensive zone, either creating shots or scoring opportunities for her teammates.
She dominated. She was for sure the #1 facilitator tonight for Waconia. Whether she was feeding Daney or Camrath was right there with her all night as well. Luwagi as well was out there for Waconia, and we cannot forget Bagenstas. Absolute game for Bagenstas tonight. Grabbing 30 saves herself. Unbelievable night. Waconia with the win as we see the players here gather at center ice for, the post-game talk, we'll call it. But here we do have full game highlights to run you through before we depart you today. Sarah Rash again playing pretty well for Jefferson, just couldn't quite, the whole team couldn't quite be on their A game today. If they were, I think this game would have been a lot closer. And again, as the game went on, it felt like it kept getting closer, Ryan.
Yeah, and credit to Waconia, especially early on. That first period, they outskated Jefferson. And they did benefit from a little puck luck. You saw there the 2 goals, the one that got tucked in right behind Rash, and that one that just rolled off her foot.
And there's Bagenstas' right leg,
yes.
Big right leg all game. But I think the biggest thing for me, the biggest takeaway real quick is the fact that Waconia was able to score so fast.
Yes.
Early on in these periods. And Jefferson could just not match that energy right away, as you see a couple goals there by Waconia. Those were early on in the period.
Yeah. So, and if you can get to that third period, once they got that 4th goal to 3-goal lead, it changes the dynamic. I mean, you can see Waconia spent the last 2 minutes literally just killing not even trying to score, which is rare, right? I mean, high school kids on a power play,
But that's that leadership that Junior Kaczynska gives them, I think, and the ability to just hold on to that
Play
puck.
smart.
Yep, hold on to the puck, pass it around, and
You
we
have
saw
the lead.
tape-to-tape.
Don't make mistakes.
100%. And we saw Waconia's tape-to-tape passing all game. That was a crazy goal by
That was.
Hagelin at the end.
When you see it from that angle, that's impressive.
Just insane. And there they are, embracing Wagenstas on the win for Waconia. Again, on this Hockey Fights Cancer afternoon here in Bloomington, Minnesota. Waconia getting the win 4-2. This has been Tyler Smeltzer and Ryan Kuhn on BEC-TV, and we will absolutely see you here next time.